So, welcome to a very special, very late, very confused...
What the hell was that supposed to be?
This is an old save of before I did my Kiwi Eatery, and the reason we're looking at this old save is that I am still not happy with anything I've built. And of course, we know what that means, but then I have to give up Steve's Party Palace.
Unless you blueprint Steve's Party Palace.
I mean, I could.
You could.
I kind of want to anyhow. I might end up doing that, but I don't know. I'm slightly at a loss. It's been a while now. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do.
Do we have to call this one?
I mean, we might. I definitely want to do a flat map next time.
Yeah, the hills are kind of fucking with me.
Yeah, I'm not... Because I'm having problems mentally scaling things, all I'm doing is trying to avoid the hills, and we aren't really doing anything that big.
No, I've noticed that whenever I get a hill, I'm terraforming it away, so we would probably just be better off on a fucking flat map anyhow.
Yeah, we might.
As much as the hills are interesting, we would probably just be better off on a flat map. So, do we need to call it and brainstorm the new map?
We might. How do you actually feel? Like, are you feeling the urge to continue this challenge?
I'm indifferent.
So I noticed.
I mean, I'll keep going if you want to keep going.
How do I edit this? There we go.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm definitely blueprinting Steve's Party Palace. There's no way I'm not blueprinting that.
Did you get all of the pieces selected, though?
Yes, I just, that's what I was double checking. So, looks like me and the wife whose channel I'm on might be discussing what we want to do next. Because it sounds like we're wrapping up, mostly because I simply cannot fucking cope with the fact that I'm incompetent. Oh, I don't have my text. That's what's missing.
You might just have to do a select all. I wish it was a different color to make it more obvious when you've selected.
Okay, so I've got all those. I've got all those. I've got the lights. I've got the...
Because the weird light blue colors are not different enough to me that I have a hard time telling. There's still something missing. The windows are missing.
Oh, the windows are missing. Alright. So, ultimately, I'm going to leave my save as is, and I'll fucking figure it out later.
You need to do, like, multi-select.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go digging.
Off of it.
But yeah, so, looks like we're going to start a fresh zoo today. As soon as you figure out what we're going to do.
Well, there was talk of the Antarctic one.
Okay, so what would be the goal of the Antarctic one?
I don't know. It was something about being all indoors.
I don't know. I think that's going to be a bitch to make. And probably hard to, like...
Or you were talking about something with...
Of course, on the other hand, I've never really seen anyone doing that.
But you were also saying something about where it was going to be all exhibits or something?
Don't remember that. Well, what kind of theme would you like to do? What kind of thing would you like to at least start with?
I'd kind of like Christmas.
Christmas? Okay, alright. So is this like a complete Christmas-themed zoo?
Yeah.
What would we use for animals?
I don't know, Tundra, Taiga. What's our tundra options? Well, there's a lot of tundra. Or is that Taiga? What do you have?
This is tundra. And like they've got reindeer, but what else would we do?
Well, there's Arctic wolf.
Arctic okay. Fox. So the critters don't have to be Christmas themed.
No. But like the zoo itself, Christmas themed.
And you want to do this now in February?
Well, what else do you want to do?
I don't know. That's the problem.
I mean, we could attempt Key West, but that's just tropical.
Yeah, it's just more tropical. I don't know. This would allow us to do something different for all that we're doing it. To be honest, if we start doing it during Christmas, it would be running up till now anyhow, and we'd only be like a third done.
We might be done in time for Christmas if we start it now.
Christmas by opening our zoo. Okay, all right. So, I'm thinking we should do something a little bit more open.
What do you mean?
In terms of rules.
Okay.
So, like, just
well,
like...
hang on. We need to get a Word doc up so we can...
Yes, we do. Let me open up some docs here. Wow.
What the fuck is that?
That is me completely failing to type. I got a new keyboard right before we fucking left for our trip.
Are you typing in Planko? Like, what the fuck?
And I'm used to having a keyboard with big mechanical keys, and now it's a much narrower profile, which is what I prefer, but I have to get used to it again. And I did it right before I stopped using my computer, so now I'm just typing like an animal. So I was thinking, like, okay, well, clearly we have to have Meet Santa. Gotta have that.
At least a Meet Santa building. Something. A Meet Santa area.
Just Meet Santa. Again, I'm thinking we're going to have this be a little bit more open-ended. Like, how many critters do you want?
Oh, I don't know.
Or, rather, I should say, how many habitats do we want?
I don't know.
Let's see here. If we've got these two together.
Well, I mean, do we need Taiga?
It gives us more options.
Okay.
I mean, we could go pure tundra if you want.
I mean, there's a fair number of pure tundra on there.
Alright, so...
Unless you want to add Taiga as well, and then, you know...
And Taiga gives us more options.
Alright.
Alright, so what do you say to, like, 10?
10 habitats?
10 habitats.
Okay. What do we have for exhibits?
I honestly don't know. I think there's only, like, one.
Really?
Oh, two butterflies.
Really?
Uh-huh. I'm guessing they go up there in the summer.
That's bizarre. How do we handle that?
I don't think we should. I don't think it's necessary. Okay, so...
Well, I don't know, because 10 habitats isn't very many for an entire zoo.
Well, again, we're just doing a relatively small zoo. The idea being is that we can do this over the course of a couple months and be done and do something new.
I guess.
Okay, so I do insist we have to have a proper gift shop.
Okay.
That has to be, you know, Santa's Workshop themed.
Okay.
Okay.
So, are we talking modular gift shop?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Those they patched those, didn't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so the modular workshops are working. They patched those.
Last I saw, I had seen a hot fix about it.
Okay.
Should be in the patch notes on Steam, I think.
Okay, so Meet Santa area. 10 exhibits. The Elf Workshop gift shop. Is there anything else you wanted to include? I assume at this point, bathrooms, etc. are just whatever you want to put in.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to put in some kind of ride, you're welcome to it. But to be honest, the gondolas are such a pain in the ass to work with, I don't even want to touch it.
We need a restaurant.
Do we?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I want some kind of restaurant.
Okay, any particular theme on that? Or just a restaurant?
Something Christmas themed.
Well, yes, granted, something Christmas themed is a given. I didn't know if you had a specific idea or anything.
I was trying to think. Excuse me, still sick. I'm not sure.
Oh. I must admit, I've never made this type of map before. I gotta say, that is a majestic mountain.
Mm.
Too bad you can't make mountains that majestic in the game.
Are we doing a custom entrance?
Well, I assume we are.
Yeah, we have.
Well, okay. I assume that we'll come off of this.
Yeah.
And then have an entrance.
Well, no, I was gonna remove that because we're in Sandbox, so...
I don't know. I think I'd like to keep this here, just as a common starting point.
Oh, I want to take mine out.
Oh, okay. Alright. We'll tell you, how about we leave the gates and whatnot here? Where is the edge? Can we build back here?
No, we'd have to move it forward.
Oh, okay.
It won't let you delete all of them. I don't think.
Oh, right, until you
put another one in.
Okay, so it won't let me delete that either until we move it. Okay. Okay, so where would we want to put it?
Oh, I figured that would be up to...
Alright, so there's no limit to where we can put our entryway.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
How about a... like a s'mores fire pit station.
That's you specific. I would just include that as decor.
Okay.
Like I that's not something I think we should require. If you want to make it, go for it.
Okay.
And like I said, there's plenty of you go ahead and you go ham with your decorations if that's what you want to do. I see you smiling already. Okay, if you want to have a s'more station, go for it.
Okay, so we don't have to be strictly interior, right?
No.
Where is the boundary line, though?
It's somewhere past this. I'll figure it out. I have no idea because it's not. It's got it. Oh, probably where the grass ends. Hello, train. Oh, there it is. Alright, so at this point I can delete this. Yes. I can delete that. I can delete my paths.
So, a restaurant. Do we have to have specific food stands, or...
No.
I almost think it should be 15 habitats since we're not doing exhibits, but...
I think you're overreaching again.
Maybe.
Again, the goal is to have something a little bit more manageable.
So Meet Santa area, an elf workshop. We need at least one restaurant mandatory. Oh, you need to put that online there, buddy.
I'm working on it.
What about an ice skating rink?
Again, I think you're overreaching. Like, I think you're desperately trying to have more and more stuff. This itself is bigger than you think.
So, custom entry. Okay. Animal deaths turned off.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet. I assume no money or any other limits.
I mean, it would be a hell of a lot easier if everything was already researched.
Creative preset?
I don't know what that is. I've never played with it.
It turns off all the animal aging and everything else by default. Like, you don't even have to have animal, like, needs.
I think we should still have animal needs. That's cheesing it a bit too much.
Okay. So, animals still act like animals. But no death. We have to have animal welfare, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
No death.
No aging and birth.
Yeah.
Are we having protesters?
That's up to you.
I don't know, it doesn't really do much for what we're doing. Let's face it, we're mostly decorating at this point.
Right, do we need inspectors? I mean, I don't think
Not
we
really.
do.
Probably don't need a barrier dilapidation either. It just means more mechanics that we're not paying for because it's no money.
I might put them in it anyway by default because I'm so used to doing it.
I do want to have education be a requirement.
Yeah, must have education stations. Ooh, should we require a tour or no? Nah, let's not require the tour.
Yeah, again, it's not something I think we should require. If you want to do it, go for it.
I think definitely
Power everything.
Okay, definitely add educators to the thingy. We don't necessarily
To the
have
thingy.
to the rule list. We have to do education talks.
How many?
At least 5. Doesn't necessarily have to be seated talks, but some kind of education talk.
Okay.
Unless you want to do one minimum seated.
Okay, and then it doesn't have the staff getting unhappy or running out of energy. Do you want that?
I mean, I don't know. I'm going to be putting in staff rooms regardless. But
Yeah, but... Well, tell you, how about just energy degradation? So they have to use a staff room, but they won't be unhappy if we work them.
Okay. So definitely power everything. Everything. Wait, is everything researched?
Yes. It was easier to turn on... it was easier to turn on... everything researched and all that. It was easier to go into creative mode and then add our special things as opposed to, you know, going in and like picking them out individually. It's okay. I'll set you up after mine.
Okay. So are we doing a final walkthrough on the other zoo? Or no?
I could do a final. We could do a final video on it or something.
That's up to you, because I'm going to need you to edit that.
Oh, I know.
I've got enough editing on my plate at the moment that I'm behind on.
Alright, so. Definitely need some kind of heater.
Yeah, because you can't see the fucking pathways.
Well, I was debating raising it. Because I think I can...
It's still covered in snow.
That's because it didn't do the thing I wanted. Yeah, it is still covered in snow. I'm okay with that. If you want to add heaters, go ahead. But again, Christmas themed, so
It's okay. These bastards are still going to show up in shorts and t-shirts going brr every 5 seconds.
Huh. I think I'm going to move this a little bit further away, though. The reason being is that I'm going to make a mountain for it to have a path to get into here. Because that always bothers me. In fact, I'm going to move that a little bit more. We got plenty of space.
I don't even know where the original entrance was now.
It was somewhere over here. In fact, I think it was right there. No, wait, it was right here.
Make sure you're building in the right direction, because I think you're building towards the boundary line and not towards the interior of the zoo.
Hun, it was literally, this was the interior of the zoo.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No. There's the...
Yeah, see, I just hit a boundary here.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going in the right direction, thank you.
Well, you were putting... It looked like you were putting the path in the wrong direction, but...
But we're decided now, yeah?
I think so.
Why do you keep turning off?
And then perhaps when we're done this one, we can do that interior zoo that we had talked about.
Or something else. Yeah,
Or
we'll
like
we'll find
exhibit
something.
Zoo or something.
We'll find something, but this gives us something to start with. So yeah, apologies for basically resetting everything, but I couldn't take it no more.
It's been coming for a while. I knew as soon as you started getting stuck.
Oh, I made the poor decision of not planning out my shit.
Well, are you okay with doing another one, or do you want to take time from not doing a challenge?
I'm okay doing another one.
Okay.
I'm okay with this. It's just that I hit a point where I really should have figured shit out first. You know?
Hmm.
Like I did, unlike you, I didn't do a theme.
It did make it easier.
Like this right here has its own built-in theme essentially. So like while we're gonna have to figure out how we want to style it, we know what we have to do. It has to be holiday style. Mm-hmm. So that in itself gives it its own theme. So I think I'll have an easier time of it. Okay, so not quite high enough yet.
Oh, well, I guess we should change this to a different title now.
Yeah, we probably should.
Okay, so what should we...
New challenge zoo? I don't know.
Accepted. Holiday Park Edition?
Yeah, it works. So, I prefer to have, like, some kind of tunnel or artificial road or something to justify my entrance. Again, me being the way I am. That's just how I do it. So that's what I'm currently working on. Basically putting in an artificial mountain range as a backdrop to the entryway. And I want to put in a road here eventually, but I'm not sure how I'm going to go and do that this time. That might do. Smooth that a little bit. Definitely gotta paint it rock colored. Gonna start with a general paint of rough rock and then use smooth rock to clean it up and get rid of the ugly tiling pattern. Well, I mean, it's a little interesting to have all this snow here to basically cover stuff. Not necessarily a good thing, but interesting. Of course, it also depends on how badly our critters need to not have snow. Varies by the critter, I guess. But like all this, I really don't have to necessarily cover this because it's covered with snow, and it probably will be most of the time. Because I set this in Antarctica. But still. It'll bother me if I don't. Feel bad that I've been away so long. Okay. So at this point, I think I need some kind of... Come to think of it, for the first time in ages, like, we might have a reason to use some of the Arctic panels and stuff.
Quite possibly.
Okay, so let's see. I want to... see if I can get this to work. So hard to gauge where it is. Too hard. Oh. Okay, that's pretty good. Recognize it would have been much, much easier if I had just started with with level ground, but for some reason it bothered me, so eh. Good enough. Okay. Okay, so that's enough for me to put the path back in so I can see where I'm going. I did that slightly offsides, didn't I? Yes, I did. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, that's why. Slightly above that. Okay.
Can you flatten the terrain in that section with the flatten terrain option on the map? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Like, I was trying to get it to basically go off of the thing, but it's not. Well, you know what? That worked. That's good enough. That's good enough. I can take that. If anything, kind of want to... There we go. A gentler slope, too. So it's not quite so dire getting in here. Now, you know, I expected the holiday stuff to be findable. Huh. I know it exists.
I don't know if it's under base game or Arctic Pack.
Oh, you know what? It might be Arctic Pack. Let me check.
Some of it might be base as well.
Okay, there's like Arctic Festive. Okay, that's what they called it. Yeah, that's what they called it. This is not colorable. That's a pity. All right, let's see. Definitely want angle snap for this. It's just establishing a little wooden forest here, full of happy little trees. Okay, I'm gonna end up putting glass in here at some point. Let's go ahead and do that now. Kind of surprised they don't have anything stained glass, actually. And, you know, this wouldn't be so bad if you could rotate it, but you can't. So you can only have that or that. Alright, so what I'll probably do is I'll probably stick to these. And then I will recolor them probably to brown. Deeper brown. Let's color wheel it and try to find one. That should be good enough. It'll blend in. Except for the part where it doesn't. Huh. Oh, right. There we go. Forgot, there's certain directions where they will shine through. There we go. Okay, there we go. Oh. I am slightly off. Okay. I'm glad I spotted that now and not after I got to building the roof. Okay. So... Okay. Alright, got that all covered. Let's see. I'll go back to that Arctic set. I feel bad that I'm just defaulting to the actual set that is designed for it, but... Oh, it's a nice little... Nice little decorative border there. I don't know if it's going to stay here, because I think I'm going to have a second room for buying tickets. But for now, I'll just put it there. Okay, so I don't think... Oh, wow. That's a base game sculpture. Okay. Oh, okay. So I can't do it by Arctic Pack, so I'll have to do it by environment. Right, Tundra does not really have much in the way of plants. But Taiga does give me actual trees. Okay. So let's see. I want to experiment with spruce trees, because I need to make Christmas trees, of course. Or festive trees if you so like, whatever. You get the idea. Which means I need... Probably going to need individual lights if I try to light up the tree, unless... I wonder... Sorry, I'm trying to use the tree as a backdrop so I can see what the hell these lights look like. So I'm trying to think if I... Go ahead and go to night mode here. So if I do that... Okay, so you can't actually mix them. At least not for those. If I turn off the Arctic pack, okay, so those are the only prop lights it looks like, yeah. Yeah, because these are all the... Because I do have decorative lights with multicolor. But I don't know how I could conceal it unless I do... Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Okay. How big is 2 meter? Okay. If I insert it into the tree, I might be able to imply rounding? See, these curve, but they're too long. And I would have thought they'd have a curve that was... Huh. My game music suddenly went dead silent. Really? Okay, so that's not going to work. Yeah, and there it goes. It just turned on again. For 3 tones. Thank you. Huh. How am I gonna... So if I do this... I might be able to conceal it good enough in the tree branches. So for the part where it becomes obvious. Alright, so Instead, I will have to do 2 meters. I almost wonder. It almost might be better to put individual bulbs on here.
Aren't there some festive trees already with lights on them?
Like, I tried to find some.
I think they're actually in... They're either under props or they're under trees and they say festive tree.
Well, I found like one, let me try first by searching festive. I don't think I searched that last time.
Like, I think there's some under nature.
Like, they've got one woven tree?
No, this is an actual tree.
Oh! Well, now I feel silly. Turns out I didn't... Turns out I didn't search sufficiently. Because they had festive plants. It's only got the one color, but I could probably add additional bulbs. Like
that's cool.
Like I might. These look like they're just bulbs shoved in here.
I mean, they're probably the little tiny baubles, the decorative baubles, under the decorative lighting.
Yeah.
And those you can change the colors on. But it looks like for these ones you have to. It's one cohesive color.
The bulbs are bigger or smaller based off the size of the tree. Oh my god, they literally just scaled the tree up for this. Well, that's a design choice.
Sorry. Are you having regrets about this? Do we need to do a different theme?
Not yet.
Do we need to do the all exhibit zoo first?
I'm willing to keep trying on this for now.
Okay.
Okay, if you kind of sink them in, it seems to suffice. Yeah, I mean, that's good enough at range. Okay. Okay, so how do I want to... my kingdom for some carpeting. Turn the lights back on. Watch your eyes. Let's see. Ooh. This Thomas break brought to you by acid food. Ugh. Excuse me. Ooh. Alright, don't want to match that. I wonder. No fireplace, okay. But I might be able to build one out of brick. Alright, see how exposed you are. You are not exposed, okay. Guy looks like a pizza oven. Festive pizza oven, yes. That really doesn't look any better. So, we're going to do this. I think I want, yeah. Oh, that's what I needed. That is not far enough. Okay. A little bit more depth here. If we're going to put logs in, need to have a little bit of room to work with. Okay, that looks pretty good. Except I need to make it bigger. Okay, well, that's okay. Not that big of a deal. Okay, so chimney. Probably be easier to eyeball if it's even from down here. That looks even enough. Then we'll... Okay, we still have angle snap on, which is good because I want to... Ah, my precision control ability. That'll suffice. Okay. You know what I want to do? I want to add... Do I have the stuff to add that? Huh. They do have the curved walls. But it's not going to look right if I just have it curving off, will it? Nah, it's not going to look right. Better off just letting it be and then decorating it. Okay, nope, that ain't gonna look right. Huh. Didn't really notice that before, the decals for the damage stuff. Huh. It's actually pretty creative. Alright, so... I need to find something to make the fire out of. Don't they have a log? That's a big log. Alright, so I know they have some fire effect. Was it floor lights? Wait, how big is this? It doesn't quite reach high enough. There were torches. I know there were torches. I just gotta find them. Ha. That is a tiny flame. I thought there'd be more. Decorative? Mm-hmm. Could have sworn there was like a big cone of fire thing. Reasonably sure it existed. Could be crazy. Not entirely sure. Oh, how's that? Still tiny. That might be the biggest it gets, though. Really, no fire effect at all. See, that barely gets above the thing. I suppose I could just go for smoke. Pretty sure there's smoke somewhere. Okay, so now if I put one of these flaming things, but it doesn't really matter if it's not that high. Okay, at least the smoke implies fire, you know, good enough. So let's see, I was looking at the... No, too small, not the right one, there it is. Oh, I didn't know Steam Overlay didn't get captured. Oh, that's nice. Alright, so I've got a little bit of fire there. Gonna check at nighttime. Boop. Yeah, that works so far. I almost want to make the fireplace like, centerpiece of the room you're walking into. So, like, at first I was thinking, oh, let's have decorative stuff on either side, but there's only so much theming you can do for holiday stuff. But if I took this and I put this right here front and center, and then had, like, a ticket counter on each side or something. Or hell, I could even have, like, ticket counter on one side and then the opening to the gift shop on the other. Because then I could have one big interior over here. Or over here. And then the rest of everything opens up into the zoo itself. So I basically make like a mall complex almost. Let me see here if I can... I think that's everything, so let me save selection as blueprint. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to close that. I'm going to go to my blueprints. Go to my blueprints, find the fireplace, and yes, it is now placeable. So, now the question is, do I want to have just the one central fireplace and still tuck it into a wall? Or do I want to have it in the center of the room and have it be on both sides? What I could do... I'm going to turn the light back on here. Watch your eyes. That is searing, and it never won't be. Okay, construction... Alright, you know what I'm going to do? Hang on a second. I am going to put a heater in here. And I am going to presumably heat... Huh. So, I guess the heaters can only do so much. Huh. Oh god, I don't know where they went. Ah, they're there. I'll be damned. I did not think they had that level of temperature control in this. Oh, wait. Ambient temperature. Oh no, it still hasn't gone up. Huh. Can you just not heat the Arctic? Heat maps, temperature. Sorry, I've never noticed this before. And now I'm very, very curious. So, what I'm wondering is, okay, so I play RimWorld. And RimWorld has a thing where it replicates temperature to some degree. So, in order to get anything to warm up or cool off beyond a certain point, you usually have to basically double wall everything. You have to give everything insulation. And I'm almost wondering if that's what's happening here. So I'm trying to find out real quick. Happens while I'm working on this, my brain is also functioning on, you know, what do I want to do about my... What do I want to do about what I'm building? Out of range. Wow, I guess it's just hard to heat. I wish I had something a little bit more precise than... Huh. Huh. I think it does use insulation. Alright, so definitely going to have shivering people no matter what we do. But it did manage to get at least that far. Yep, okay, so, absolutely cannot, basically you cannot heat anything without some kind of interior right now. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, I believe... Okay, so basically, if I want to be able to build without seeing nothing more than giant piles of snow, I'm going to have to actively... Gonna have to actually, like, deliberately put in a roof over the area. Huh. Okay. Okay, and then having done that, we're going exit there. And I want to... Okay, so I basically want to make a big... It's probably as even as I'm gonna get, so we'll just work with it. Okay, so that ain't gonna work. That's what I need to do. As seamless as it's probably going to get. Okay, so now I've got to figure out how do I want... I've got the panels. Can I lay them sideways and just kind of... It doesn't look right. That is a awkward corner brick. Oh wow, that looks like something designed by AI. Jesus. Alright, let's see. Probably gonna have to leave it like that though. Well, you know what I can do? I can rotate that. Oh. Except I'm gonna have the same problem later. Alright, oh my god, that's designed to be awkward. Because they've got different sized bricks. I never noticed that before. Shit, now it's going to bug me. Alright, so let's try rotating you this way. Nope. Okay. So, if I can't do that... So definitely have to do that. Well, it's obvious and terrible, but only if you know it's there. It's not so bad otherwise, so... I will take what victory I can. Let's see here. Okay. So, we know that the logs and the smoke worked. So... and it wasn't the Australian logs, it was the log wall log. We can probably do... I don't know. I think the 1 meter might be the best. Thrilling audio. Getting engrossed in what I'm building, I suppose. Just not an active game. I could just sit here and talk to myself, but it gets tiresome after a while, and so I'm not in that nature to begin with, so... This is more about something to do with the wife than anything. Good enough. Okay, so there is at least some flame visible. I really thought they had a bigger flame somewhere in here. I really did. But I have not been able to find it. Yeah, that'll work. Feels silly that there's no actual hole for the smoke to go in, but there's not much I can do about that at the moment. So I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what I could really do with that. Because I don't really have. Suppose I could make. Yeah, I was using the. I suppose if I do a smaller panel, but then I'd have to do it across, and then across, and that's going to look weird too. Of course, everything I do is going to look weird. Let's see here. Is there... What size pipe have we got? That is tiny. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Fence post. LED tubes and basic tubes. Huh. That's kind of neat. I forgot all about... I really did not keep up with what this game has. So I haven't really been... Like, I'm not up to date on any of the stuff that they've made, like the shop stuff. Nisey's been paying more attention to that than I have. Alright, so let's see. Let's get rid of this group here. Alright, and then I'm going to select all of you and save you as a blueprint. Okay, so I've got a centerpiece. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to delete these inner walls. And get rid of the random house fire. There we go. Alright, so. Don't mind the stretch. Whew. Honestly, my internal schedule has not adjusted. I'm still very much trying to sleep at awkward times. So the end result is I'm sitting here just yawning like a dork the entire time. Okay, so the hell is that? Oh, ha. Right. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to get rid of this thing that I probably should have gotten rid of instead of increasing. I think I want to put in like some kind of wood floor if possible, and then build my path underneath that. So let's see, there was... I want to sink you a little further into the ground. There we go. And this way, I guess not. I had thought I had covered it, but I guess not. No, there it is. Okay. Okay, the terrain was not as even as I thought. Well, that's okay. It's not that important. Hell, if anything. If I can find one that matches. Except it doesn't like paths. Oh my god. Alright.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
How's it going?
I'm not sure.
Do we need to scrap this idea?
I don't know. I'm still trying to get it to work. We'll see. We've got plenty of time till your next one anyhow. Yeah, I think we're going to have to discuss what we're going to do here. I think I'm going to wrap this stream up, because I'm kind of bloody tired. I'm used to going to bed pretty damn soon lately. So, sorry that I didn't really get anything done this week as we stumble our way along, but hopefully next week we'll have something a little bit more entertaining. So if you happen to stop by and watch, I hope you enjoyed my completely silent, completely pointless stream. And hopefully next week we'll have something better. Have a good night.